But if they give any snacks or water jar that was there of Baba, take that. Don't tell them that we are going to fast. I said, all right. That's how we came. And now we would have continued with the game. But what happened is that Baba had given us special order to all his lovers not to interrupt some work that he was doing, that they should not interrupt in his work by presenting themselves before him, where they find him on the roadside or in the town or in their village or anything like that. That was something like that. So seeing Baba's car means it was not Baba's car, it was Nariman's car. It was frequently used by Baba. So they said, oh, Baba is here. So three of them walked inside not inside, it was an open place, but they walked towards the car. And from a distance I see them coming. I went there and I said, what's the matter? Why have you come over here? Don't you know that Baba? He says, no, but Baba's car is... I said, but don't you know his order? And then Baba heard me say, and he turned towards them. So he stood up. I said, finished, it's all done now. Come on, let's go back. We're halfway through the match, the cricket match. Let's go. And he turned his face away from these people, and they joined hands. He turned his face, seemed to be very rough over there. So, come on, let's go. And so it is, say at about 3 o'clock, 3:15 it is. No, 2:15. So we left the place. And
the people that went towards the car?
They were very close to Baba. They were by name Gadekar. His name was Gadekar. Ramchandra Gadekar. Very, very close to Baba. Real lover of Baba. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Means we used to address him as Bhakta Shiromani. Means the jewel of the disciple. The jewel of a lover. Baba is jewel. But very innocent. Although he was the director of education, he was such a simple person. Did you see Raj?
No.
You didn't meet him.
He died in this year?
Huh?
Which year did he die?
He died while Baba was with us. Yeah.
In the 60s?
60s, yeah.
I don't remember.
In mid-60s he died. He was a real beautiful soul, very beautiful, really, there's no doubt about it. But this mistake he committed because he couldn't resist. Baba there in his own town and not knowing, oh, they saw and they came. But Baba's order was there. So we start back, we go. And Baba said there's no hurry, otherwise they might wonder why I came so soon. Go slow, go slow, go. So we are going slow. And something must have happened. I don't know. Nobody still knows what happened. And the accident took place. So we returned. And we were in the hospital. Baba is there in his different hospital and all that is there. It's all over now. Baba is taken to Pune later on. We are kept in Satara and so forth. About a month and a half passed by. Pardon?
Did you know what had happened to Baba when you were in the hospital? You didn't know
No,
about
what
that?
happened is this. I was there. What had happened was, when the accident took place, I must have swooned. So my hand was on the steering and I was out like that, hanging on. The door had flung open. And so when I got back to my senses, I said, what happened? I turned to Baba who was by my side. I said, what happened, Baba? I asked him. He simply showed his tongue. It was ripped. And he showed his thigh. It was paining like anything. And I couldn't realize what could have happened. What's the matter? And then I see that there's nobody there. But the two side people who were sitting in the rear were not there. Doors were flung open. And Pendu was not there, and Dr. Nilkant was not there, only Vishnu was there. So I turned to Vishnu and said, what happened, Vishnu? Oh, he says, you have no idea what a glorious sight I saw today. I said, I'm asking, what's the matter? What is the glorious sight? He said, where are you? And he must have seen some vision, I don't know what it was. And he saw Baba as the great victorious one or something like that. And I was not in a mood to see this. I just immediately gathered myself up and I got down and saw these two people lying there. I said, they have fainted also. And Baba is the first thing I must do is to see that Baba is taken back. We were about 20 miles from our place. So I caught hold of a car, stopped the car that was going there, and I requested the car man to go. Not little did I realize that I am also very severely hurt in my ribs and all were broken. But still that, the freshness of the accident is there. So you have this energy comes out. So I stopped and I requested, and then I got Baba out of the car, he leaned against my this, and then he walked all that distance, you see, right from and he walked to the car, made him sit with Vishnu. Vishnu was not hurt, who was saying that what a glorious sight. So I said, please take, it seems that there is an accident that has taken place, we don't know what has happened. There was no car, not even a fowl around there, or bird for us to do. But what happened, the car seemed to have gone instead of going this way, I saw the car parked with the head towards Pune. Yeah. So nobody knows. But that's how it was. Eventually, I stopped another truck, took all the luggage from and put it in the truck, lifted Pendu, lifted Dr. Nilkant. I didn't know whether they were hurt or had died and all that. So then I went and climbed the truck, truck was higher. So I jumped inside the truck and then I passed also. I fainted. I don't know. Then I found myself in the hospital. Yeah, that's the end of it. So then afterwards, when there was a reunion, you see, after a month and a half, Baba is still in his room, lying in bed with traction and all that. So Baba was the one who was most hurt, and one of the mandali had died, Dr. Nilkant. So I went there, I entered.
Is this Pune that Baba was?
Yeah,
still?
Baba was in Pune. So I entered the room, and I entered, Baba is lying there, and I entered. And Baba gestured to me, because I could understand his gestures. He says, and the gesture was, means, are you now satisfied? Are you now satisfied that you had that, what do you call? So even to speak out even to speak out your own thoughts creates actions. You see, you wanted that way. So are you now satisfied? So that hurt me more. And that went on lingering. That's what it was. So that's how it is.
That must have just gone right to your core.
Yeah. But then what happens is that it takes me back, I don't know how many years now, 56 and 38. How much that comes to me? Headmaster.
18.
No? 38.
56?
2 is 40. 16. 18 years. 18 years ago. What had happened was that Baba had called us for the first time. Leave our homes, everything and come. Leave everything and come. But do one thing. Bring the car, he had told me. And instead of bringing the car, we had a good car. He wanted a car, and my father had a car. So he had told me, he had himself been driven, he was driven in that car when he used to come to our place. He said, bring that car with you when you come, leave everything. So instead of bringing the car, what had happened, my father was told to continue with his job for another 6 months till he retired. So the 6 months were there, and his job was to tour, not just district, but the whole provinces were there. So he needed a car, and he had told me to bring the car. And then he wrote a letter, Baba wrote a letter saying that father need not retire, but father should come with you all. And then he goes back and continues his job, and then comes after the retirement. So I thought that, well, he will need the car. Why take the car? We all go in a train, railway. Okay. Yeah. I didn't bring the car. So as soon as now, this is my first you may call it the minute that I have left the world and I have come with my parents and this and I enter the room where Baba is there. It's not any of the places here. Baba was somewhere here on the roadway. It comes there. So at the time, this was under construction. That Meher retreat that you see there, the study hall and all that was under construction at the time. So there was no room there. So Baba had brought all the women and all the mandali to another place here. In between Meherazad and Meherabad, there is a place here. It was a government house. So they were all staying there. So we were brought here to that place. So when I entered the room, Baba said, "You have come? You have come?" I said, "Yes." He expressed his happiness, and we are happy too. And then he said, "Have you brought the car?" I said, "No." And he immediately turned, as if from all that happiness, there was total, what you call, not misery, but
Displeasure.
It's a displeasure. And he says, "You didn't bring the car, you have created a scar on my heart." That is the first welcome. Yeah. And a lesson in obedience. Then he said that, "Why did you not bring the car?" I said, "This is the position. This is what is there in there. You could have brought the car, Father could have taken the car back, but you would have obeyed my command." But we use a common sense. At that time, gas was just 12 annas. 3/4 of a rupee of this time is just that. 12 annas. A gallon, not a liter. Not a liter, but a gallon. There was no such thing as dearth of gas or any money was no question, of course. This is how it is.
Interesting how everything leads up.
Yeah.
When Baba said such things, would he then comfort you later, or would he let it?
No, let it sink and simmer and make whatever you want out of it. Same thing again. These are the little things that continue to give me pricks after the accident. And then again, I felt that he told me so often to come with him, go with him to the West in 52 when he met with that accident, and I didn't go. Had I gone there, would it be could it have been possible that this could have been averted? Something like that. You see, these things are there. How the mind works. But that accident would have been finished. Who knows where I would be sitting and what would have happened there, but maybe he wanted me to come because of that. He pressed and pressed and pressed, and I didn't go. So this is how it is. This is the nature of the mind. Grandma?
Didn't Baba once say that he felt the actions of his lovers much, much more than or just regular people that weren't connected with him? It's such a human statement.
Yeah, it is.
It's incredible.
Who much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
So even back when you first came to Baba, there was an indelible connection between you and Baba. To be able to say there's a scar on my heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Erich, did you ever feel that Baba was being cruel to you? Cruel was never a thought.
Never
like.
No.
So those jabs were not.
No,
You didn't take them.
But they were so logical. You see. To me, it appeared it's so true. Yeah. And to be very frank, I don't think that there is anybody who should say that he is cruel or he was cruel. No, there was not a vestige of cruelty there. From any sense of this. But we speak the word loosely. He was firm. He was not cruel. I haven't seen him angry, but he would be expressing displeasure to its nth degree. It is like that. Because something there that makes me feel that way, because when I analyze the whole situation, because I'm present at the time and when I see that, and I'm myself an observer at the time, I'm not one of the family at the time. I didn't accept myself to be that, but I just kept myself aloof and observing him. And what I felt was this, that he was not cruel, he was very firm to whatever he wanted us to do or say or think or like that.
Were you ever miserable with him?
Huh?
Were you ever miserable? I mean, were you ever so...
Yeah, I was miserable. I was very miserable at times, not always.